Hi, what's up? My name is Emrose and I do a lot of stuff. I'm a writer and artist, and here on this channel I document my creative life. This is a little bit of a different format for me, but I've really been wanting to try it out to see if it works. So today I want to try mood boarding together. I don't know about you, but like Pinterest has been the place to be for me lately. The algorithm has been so good. This is my Pinterest page. Last year I was posting a lot of my content to it more regularly, and I've gotten really behind on that. But let's look at my saved boards. So I will be creating a mood board for 2024 today. If you're into that kind of thing, feel free to join me, or just, stick around to chat about some things I'm thinking about this year in terms of big projects I have ahead, or other, energies I'm welcoming in, things I'm kicking out maybe. It's going to be a mix of that. I'm also going to review the things I pinned for 2023. That's where we're going to start, actually, and I'm going to assess how close they were to reality. Let's go. I've already renamed this board 2024 Vision, and I've worked on it a little bit. We're going to do some organization. We're going to do some additional pinning here, but let's scroll all the way back. I kind of treat this as like a living project. Like, I don't pin things to it exclusively in like planning for the year. I kind of like to see how it evolves. So last year I was pinning a lot of I would say dark academia stuff and things about getting serious. Oh my god, it scrolled to the top. I'm so offended. Pinterest, why are you fighting me like this? I feel like we could make them bigger. There we go. It's gonna be a better viewing experience for you. Lots of cozy sweaters, earth tones. I mean, I've been really into kitsch and mushrooms. No surprises there. A lot of natural things. I was pinning a lot of pictures of cats being little buddies because I wanted to make more friends. Success somewhat achieved. Lots of cats in little sweaters. The thing about pinning so many sweaters is that I live in a very warm climate, and winter is just kind of hitting right now. I've barely started wearing, all the cozy things that I've wanted to. And then I think about this row is where I started to add things a little bit later on in the year. I was like, let's add some more color back in. I was thinking about texture and shape a lot in my art. So that's why I have these sparkles, the weird water patterns I'm really obsessed with still. Yeah, a few more cats that are little buddies. And then I started saving a lot of weird word art. A lot of more nihilistic word art. Oh wow, that's a great outfit. I would still totally wear this. Although I don't have a pair of boots like that. I have more of earthy Doc Martens. Making sure that my banana bread is cooked all the way. So good. Yeah, I kind of went way more absurdist. And I don't know why. I think I had a really chaotic year. Yeah, creatively I was all over the place this year. So I had a really big episode of writer's block, I would say, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with any of my projects or my life, and I was trying to just kind of eke by moment by moment. I was trying to do really easy things to kind of keep up any sense of creative momentum, and that was hard. Okay, now where we're at, especially with this Emily Dickinson quote, is where I started pinning things for this year. What are we gonna notice? I'm kind of having a moment where I want to settle into my style more, like my physical clothing style. So I have some of those things, and then I also really, really want to incorporate like super bright pops of color as little accents in my life. I'm also, red is my favorite color, but I feel like I've really been avoiding it in recent years, like as part of my wardrobe, or like a red lip I've been super scared of, but I'm wearing one for this video. So I have some things here, like this really bold look. Yeah, this is super cool. I would love to try some like red eyeshadow and eyeliner for sure. I definitely have been just going and like catching vibes basically. Like I go on Pinterest when I can't fall asleep and I just pin a few things. What I'm noticing in myself is like a lot of like bright colors, a lot of like love core things, because that's kind of like a motif I want to explore in some art projects, but also I love the color red, and I really want to like bring that kind of bold energy this year. And a lot of like mixed media stuff happening, but in really like intentional kind of ways. So I definitely encourage you to just kind of like go with the flow for a little bit while you're mood boarding. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pin stuff from some of my favorite pieces of media lately, specifically like books, movies, TV shows, and things that are either huge inspirations to me for my writing projects this year, or just like visually really striking. Like I already started a little bit here. For example, saw The Boy and the Heron recently, and I thought it was so cool. Himi was one of my favorite characters specifically, and I love the way the fire was animated in this movie. I actually want to see if there are more shots of her. Let's see. Oh my god. The Heron was so strange. Overall, a very strange movie in some ways, but that's like what I loved so much about it. I'm not seeing like the perfect shot that I remember of the fire, but maybe we'll stumble across it. Let's see if it brings up anything from different movies. Oh yeah, it put a ton of Miyazaki stuff on here right away, but I don't know if that's the exact direction I'm going. I am working on, so I have this novel that I'm working on that is a retelling of Midsummer Night's Dream, and it's set in the real world, and I'm working on striking this balance between like very ordinary life and like supernatural or like kind of fae strangeness, and I do think that's something that those movies really nail, and something I'm totally obsessed with. Oh, Pinterest knows I'm gluten-free. That bread is so good, but it's so expensive now. Oh, this is also really good. Let's save that. Here we go. Wait, is this what I want? I don't remember her wearing this shirt, but this is more like the head-on shot that I remember of the fire. The movie's still pretty new, so I feel like the edits aren't out there yet. Okay, I want to search up. Who do I want to search up? Oh, so I read this book recently that also had a really interesting sort of like folklore, magical realism kind of thing. It was called The Wolf and the Woodsman. Not my pins. Search all pins. Oh. The cover of the book right here is also like so pretty. This is a really low res image, but getting a lot of fan art for related titles. Yeah, here we go. This is a different cover that's really cool too, that has some like folk art on it. I haven't seen this cover before, but let's save it because I like the flat light image too. Let's see what else. We got pretty books. I think Madeline Miller's coming out with a Persephone book this year. I really liked Circe. That one was really interesting to me too. Ooh, pretty books. Pretty books. I've been using the library mostly, but I have a few books that I own that are on my TBR, so that's where I'm starting the year. Right now, I'm finishing the Diva Bad trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty. It's so good. The last book is like 700 pages long, but it's a total, like, fast-paced read. So I'm really excited to finish that. Did that save? Go. There we go. Okay, I also just want to, like, read a lot of current books. And how should I represent that? Like, let's, like, maybe look at book recommendations. I just, like, I want to find a balance between some rereading, some, like, really tried and true classics for me. Oh, I'm gonna do a Hunger Games reread. Let's put that on there. Not reread. Series. There we go. Yeah, one thing I want to do with this board is, like, represent some moments or, like, specific plans I have. I've never seen this cover before. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna pin the classic ones. Yeah, I made this post on TikTok about how I've been, like, a Peter girl from day one. I never really liked Gale that much, and it caused a lot of contention between me and my classmates when I was, like, you know, in middle school when the books were first coming out. And it led to this huge, like, explosion of conversation on my TikTok that was really entertaining. Yeah, so I think after I finish the Diva Bad trilogy, I'm going to reread the first Hunger Games book. I've also never read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I feel like it's time. Like, for some reason I held a grudge against that. Let's put it, this is cute. This is so cute. Is this from the movie? Or did someone make that? Huh, I don't know. The problem with Pinterest is that it's hard to find out where things are from. Like, people are a little bit better at sourcing things and linking back to stuff than they used to be, but not that much better. Anyway, I'm not that into villain origin stories, and I was not in a place where I was excited to hear about Coriolanus Snow when that book came out. I was just like, do we need to understand why another white boy did a bad thing? Like, Suzanne Collins is a really good author, and she's definitely been, like, a big inspiration to me. So I think I need to give it a shot. Like, I understand what she's doing. I just was not in the mood. What else is popular? Let's look at just, like, their vision board. Oh wow, they have a lot of, like, they have a lot of categories built out for this today. Money, money, money. That's so funny. I'm kind of, like, not into this manifestation stuff. Like, I don't really do that. If that's your thing, like, no worries. I can see why it can be really affirming, but, yeah, not for me. I do love this vibe. I think that might already be on my board, but let's look at, their styles. I feel like vintage is probably the one, but cottage is the first one, so let's look. Ooh, so this is kind of a little bit more like the stuff I was focused on last year. A lot of, like, earth tones. Oh, the picnic pictures are so cute. I'm dead. They're so cute. Ooh, this is really pretty. I really like the sort of iridescent type of glass. I feel like it's very whimsical, and I don't know, it's like a cool thing to try to put into my art too. Oh my god, these girlies look like they're having the best time. How do people make this kind of content? Okay, one of the things I want to do this year is be like a little bit tidier. I have a really hard time like keeping all my art supplies clean. A lot of like cluttercore happening, except it's not intentional. And yeah, I think like I have a pretty wild 6 months coming up ahead of me, and I'm just gonna try to like chip away at some of the big cleaning projects that I need to do, and decluttering and kind of like getting some stuff prepared, because I do think we're gonna move this year. So that's kind of one of the things that makes it a little bit hard for me to picture like what the year is even gonna look like, because a lot of different stuff could happen. I don't, intend to be super strict with myself and adhering to the vision board. Honestly, I don't look at it that much. Like, I don't look back on it that much throughout the year, although I was kind of thinking of like printing something out. I don't know. Wow, these are all so pretty. Okay, but I think they're like a little bit countryside for what's going to be happening to me. So let's look at the vintage one. Oh my god, there's a digital camera on here. Sorry, I just had to like drop my jaw and be like, that is vintage now. Oh my god, this is so cute. I love. Hold on. This is so fun. I love the kind of like patchwork type thing. Mosaics, different colors. So beautiful. I'm really inspired to do something with that, to like incorporate some of the mediums I've been focusing on, but also like show how different things are coming together. I don't know. That's a developing thought. Piles of digital cameras are cracking me up. Oh my god. Maybe I'll put this very aesthetic washer dryer on to like talk about how I want to be clean and on top of my laundry. Yeah. There we go. That's one way to do it. I'm like a super low energy person. If you're new here, like you might not have heard of me talking about this, but I have a chronic illness, so that is just like something I'm continuing to juggle. It's honestly been a lot like better. I mean, it's at a manageable place right now, I would say. But I do get migraines still, and I'm so exhausted. Like, the holiday season just completely wiped me out. This is kind of what my desk looks like right now. Except with more trash, honestly. We'll save it, though. What is a board night? Oh, is it like when you make different spreads? What? Okay, there's no consensus here, but maybe you like play Scrabble and you have a s'mores board. I definitely want to like have events and entertain and that kind of thing a little bit more. Honestly, I've been really focused on like, who do I want to be? What do I want to write? What do I want to create? I've been a little like tunnel vision, honestly, on that. It feels very overwhelming in my brain sometimes. She is looking good. So I'm thinking of a couple of the other projects I want to do this year. I'm gonna put some like really tentative cosplay stuff on here. I just search cosplay. Like, how can I represent just like general cosplay? I don't know. Maybe with this how to make horns tutorial. That actually looks super useful. Wow, those are really cute. I am gonna save that. I got so inspired this year when my fiance and I went to Dragon Con and we saw some of the best costumes like I've ever seen. People were going all out, and I'm just like really, I really want to like test my skills and see how much I can level up. I kind of want to do an armor cosplay. Let's see if I can put that on with something cool. I'm gonna save the pauldrons. Eventually I might move that to like my cosplay board, but for now, for the purposes of this, that's where it's going. We might do something from Baldur's Gate because that is my like hugest obsession. So let's just put Baldur's Gate aesthetic. Yes. It's Scratch. Yeah, this is one of the characters we might cosplay. Amazing. Are these all screenshots? I like don't recognize some of this. Oh, there's some man chest. Yeah, it's such a beautiful game. I'm gonna be playing it for ages. Let's put Scratch on there. We love. Let's just vibe on the home feed for a second here while I digest somewhat and I'm trying to think if there are any other big projects I need to tell you about. I guess something that I've kind of been working on behind the scenes is comic stuff. I've been drafting a lot of them like in writing, and I haven't drawn them. I haven't drawn a comic in like years, honestly. But that's something I really want to get back into. I think it's a good way to express myself, like little moments that I want to share. And also, I have some characters that are just like begging to be out there. Oh, this is so cool. Wow. Pinterest is like distraction central or like focus up zone, and there's no in between. Like, the amount of specificity you can get to with certain boards is so amazing and fun. Okay, we're saving this one. Yes, I want to do this so badly. And I have so many broken dishes and cups and mugs and everything that my cats and me, honestly, have wrecked in the past few years. I want to make something like that so badly. Where's this girl's head? Is that AI? One of the things that's been bugging me is like I was getting a bunch of AI art on Pinterest for a while, and like sometimes it can be kind of deceptive and sometimes it's super noticeable, and once you click on one, it's freaking everywhere. AI needs to go. I'm not accepting this as the year of AI. I'm feeling like pretty good about this. Let's go back. Let's take a quick peek at some of the things. I'm seeing a lot of like collection, a lot of bringing different materials together. Definitely want to do that. Definitely want to bring different colors together. That's a big preoccupation of mine. Gonna have a really bookish year, hopefully, with some new and old reads. Oh, all this red stuff just makes me so happy. Like, really textured. I feel like the part I haven't really figured out yet is like the style piece. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing there yet. I kind of don't even want to focus on it that much. Like, I feel like everybody's so obsessed with finding their aesthetic, and to me it's got to be like comfortable and suitable clothes first, functional stuff, yeah. And maybe I just don't, maybe I'm not fated to have an aesthetic, you know? I wanna see, yeah, how that works out. I definitely want to bring this energy. Let's talk about this for a second. Yeah, I've definitely struggled with like really wanting people to care about my videos, about everything I post, about my art, and really making that a driver of what I do. Oh my god, like especially with longer term things, I've been so focused on like, oh, is this emotional investment on my part worth it for like how other people will receive this, or how I think other people will receive it, because like I can't really know, right? So I gotta do it. Like a lot of these projects have been screaming at me to do them. They're like, come on girl. And they're gonna be like that my entire life if I don't do them. So well, let me know if you know those vibes, just like the screaming like artistic voice inside your head. The voices! I would love to try this little project. Wow. I think that image just kind of like encapsulates a lot of the preoccupations I have right now. Should I make an actual, like, printed out kind of thing? Okay, do you know how like Pinterest has shuffles now where you can like collage things really easily? I'm gonna grab my phone and do that and just like see how it turns out, and then maybe if I like it I'll print it out. I don't know. I only have a black and white printer, so like all of the color that I just carefully curated is not gonna be something I can print. We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, I printed it out. Yeah, it totally seems like part of the fun of it. So what I'm gonna do is like color it, accent some parts, and put some stickers on it. We have options. I will show you the final result, and then we'll check in at the very end to chat about this whole experience. Alright, here's the finished product. I'm so pleased with it. That was super fun. As you can see, I added a bunch of stickers and just things I have in this collection that I've sort of accumulated. People keep giving me things, and I just think it's perfect for little collage stuff like this. I was actually really pleased with how, you know, I could change up the colors a little bit, and I just felt like a little happy kindergartner playing with my school glue and different the felt shape. I got my initial there, put rose down below just because, you know. So this was a really fun process for me. I might hang it up in here. I know that's definitely what some people do to like continue reminding themselves of their vision for the year. But even if I don't, I think it's like a sweet little memento of where I'm at right now at the beginning of the year. Just like a fun craft. I'm really excited. So I hope you had fun chit-chatting and maybe making some art of your own. Definitely let me know what you thought about the video format, if you have any opinions, because I have one more idea for something similar. I really want to share my Pinterest board for my Midsummer Night's Dream retelling that I talked about earlier. So you may have seen like the name of it popping up. I think it's called like Demon Work in Progress Aesthetic, something like that. It's really good. It's a vibe for sure. So we could do some more sharing and chit-chatting about the themes and the mood of that project and kind of different imagery I'm working with and things that are really inspiring me right now. And we can maybe do some extra pinning because I will be writing on that project really soon, and I plan on continuing to use the board as like an ongoing way of thinking about what is going on with that project. So, love Pinterest. Follow me on Pinterest if you want. All of those links, Pinterest, all the other socials included, are down below if you want to keep up with me. I also have an art shop if you want to check that out. I have stickers, prints, and also a Redbubble with some apparel. And yeah, that's everything I need to plug. I really hope you enjoyed this video, maybe got to make some art. If you didn't, I hope that you can, you know, go forth and make something that makes you happy today. And with that, let's have a final look at it. I love her. And thanks so much for sticking around. I'll see you next time. Bye!